where's Fernando?
He left.
Okay, good, I can say it. I'm from Miami. I'm just kidding, I'm from Texas. I have a confession, Anish. I don't know what to say. I feel too full with experiences and stories. It's like all bottling up. What do you call that? Bottleneck? No. Yeah, when it bottlenecks. Like, you know the Statiegeld machine when it's too full and you can't put any more bottles in, and it's just beeping and it's returning back to you. I don't know. I feel like that. Yeah, it's the pinnacle of my Amsterdam experience. No, it's been a wonderful 10 years here actually, and yeah, this place has been a special part of that, and I've loved it here. And so I don't know what I'm going to share, but I have a chord that I want to share with you. And if you were with me a few weeks ago, I shared one chord, and I want to share a new chord that I've recently grown fond of. And it's quite simple. It's made up of an E and a G sharp and a B. Anybody know what chord that is? E major. Everybody say hello, E major.
Hello, E major.
It's a triad, right? It's made up of 3 notes, an interval of 1, 3, 5. And because of that relation, they're a little family. A little family of E. And they don't just stay like that. Well, like any family or people, they like to move. And they have cousins. They have some friends. There's also that weird uncle. That's a 4 sharp. It doesn't fit in a major pentatonic scale. I mean, it's a valid note on itself, like it's fine. But in relation to the E and B and G sharp, well, and I just wanted to resolve. But that's life, right? The A sharps, they're there. I've noticed there's this strange phenomenon. If you've heard me talk, I've shared this before. This strange phenomenon that happens in Amsterdam. I'm sure you've experienced it. You go and you find water, which is quite easy to do. You find a canal, and you sit on the edge of the canal. And most likely, there are other human beings sitting on the other side of the canal as well, especially on these warm, summery or summery-ish days. And you know what we don't do? We never wave at the other humans on the other side of the canal. Scary. But when there are these humans that are floating on this device, and these humans are floating on these things. Sometimes they're smoking, sometimes they're taking pictures, sometimes they're drinking. All of a sudden, a magical experience happens. A hand appears. And this stranger that you would otherwise not connect with, all of a sudden becomes the object of your affection. And you hope with all of your heart that they would just wave back. And they don't. Sometimes. But sometimes the miracle happens. And they do. And their hand goes up. And you look at them and you think, we've just discovered a miracle. And you wave and they're gone. And then you look back at the people on the other side of the canal and your hand goes up. Okay, so by your laughter, I'm presuming that you have this experience as well. And I wonder about that. Why don't I greet the neighbor next to me? But for some reason, the passing and the fluidity and the movement and the moment in time that I know exists that won't exist in like 5 or 10 more seconds gives me a safe space to say hello. I mean, I tried waving at people at Albertheim, like just like. It's not funny. They didn't wave back. Or on the sidewalk, and I mean, you get the few that'll wave back, the majority. And I wonder what it is about us that does this, that creates this. I have so many beautiful neighbors and brothers and sisters next to me, but somehow it's easier when they're leaving to connect with them. It's like a passing chord, it's like movement. And I look back at the experiences and places that I'm leaving behind, and my heart does grow fond for the spaces, for the people that I've lived life with. It's Amsterdam, so I had quite some funny experiences. I remember when I first came here to work with a mission. One of the first projects that I was working on was to help like troubled youth from difficult backgrounds who were involved in drug dealing, to get them off the streets. Simple. And so I remember I was like, all right, how do we do this? Like, what do we start? What's the strategy? And they're like, okay, 11:30 p.m. we'll meet in the office, and then we'll discuss our strategy, and then we'll go into the red light district. And I was like, okay, and then what? And the leader, Rebecca Valderas, this wonderful woman from Mexico, she goes, and then we look. I was like, look for what? She goes, you'll see. And so we go there, it's about midnight, we go into the red light district, and I was overwhelmed with the sights, with the sounds, everything that's going on. But then you started to look and also listen, and you would hear it. Psst. Hey, marijuana. Okay. And I saw this woman, Rebecca, Mama Rebecca, and she would turn to these big men, big puffer jackets that made them look twice their size, and she would say, hey, what are you doing? And I saw all these big men turn into these soft little teddy bear boys, and they'd go, Mama! And they'd give her a hug, and she'd give them a playful slap and say, what do you need? Let me buy it for you. Let me get you that. And they would melt, and we'd have these conversations. So I thought, okay, I can do that. So I turned to my first guy that offered me drugs, and I said, hey! Oh, I wish I were kidding. And yeah, he just cussed me out. Okay, let's try this approach differently. And so there was another guy who he found me, I found him, we found each other. It was a perfect match, you know. And he said, hey, you want to buy some drugs? I was like, no, but I want to talk to you. He was like, what the? And I was like, man, what are you doing here? And that's all I said. That's all I said. What are you doing here? And he just dropped his arms and he goes, I don't know. I don't know, man. I got these bills to pay and I got these kids. And he just starts opening up his life to me. He said, I don't want to be here. Man, I'm Muslim. This is not halal. And this is not following the Quran. I was like, yeah, probably not. And then he's like, what about you? I was like, well, I follow Jesus. He's like, does Jesus like drugs? I'm like, no, probably not. And we just started talking. I was like, you're my brother. He's like, you're my brother. And we were hugging. And it was great. And all of a sudden, a bigger guy with a bigger puff jacket came around the corner, and you could tell he was the boss. Like he had the chant, yeah, oh no, yeah, yes, yeah. And he goes, what's going on? Like 2 octaves lower. And, and I was like, hey! And he goes, you talking about God? And I was like, yeah. He's like, look around. This is devil's playground. Get out. And like my prefrontal cortex like just shut down, and like all my relational and logic and like every skill. So I didn't leave. So I just looked at him and I was like, hey man, God loves you. He goes, you have 3 seconds to leave before I stab you. I was like, good night. And I laughed. That began an incredible journey of discovering that there are often people that I so quickly write off, that have a whole story behind them, that I can't even imagine. And they became my friends, and I have a lot more wild stories in that district with becoming their friends and finding out what they need. Sometimes it was just money for groceries, and sometimes it was a conversation. It challenged me in who I thought deserved a second chance. And I remember this one time I was coming back from Italy. I love Italy. It's the country I've traveled to the most here in Europe. Beautiful country. Good for your health, go there. I was coming back and I was tired, and I was about to enter the red light district because that's where I live now. And yeah, turn into a life. And there were these guys fighting, which like isn't uncommon, but they were in my way. And it was like a very narrow alley, and so it was like about like 15 British guys and like one like Eastern African looking guy. I was like, okay, how's this gonna play out? And I was tired, I was wanting to go home, and the fight wasn't like going anywhere. You know, it was a lot of like the, And so I was done, man. It was like 1 a.m. And I was like, hey! I just shouted. All 16 of them looked at me. I was like, you go that way, and you British guys, you go that way. They all turned into these little kids. He started it! I was like, I don't care who started it. I'm finishing it. I didn't say that. That would have been a good line. Like retrospect. I said something and it scared them enough that the 15 guys went that way and then the African guy went that way. And I saw the African guy was bloody, and so I started talking to him, and man, just heard his story and stuff, and I was like, where do I live? What is this place? And I mean, there are also just times when just in my living room where I've had my friends over, and we're just eating and drinking and playing games and laughing, and I'm thankful that that's happened here. Thankful for I Holland. I remember I went there and I was like, wow, Dutchies are serious about thrifting. And I remember it started raining, as it often does, and there was this one vendor. They had a Volkswagen van. That's what they were selling on. And they looked at me and they're like, "Kom binnen." I don't know what that means. But I had just gotten here at the time. It was raining, and we were just sitting inside this van, and Dutchies have this incredible gift of making a very small space, very gezellig, like that's just the word, very heaven-like, very cozy. And we were just there, and we were drinking tea, and they were telling me about their life, and I was telling them about mine, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful for New Year's Eve. Was anybody here for New Year's Eve? Particularly in the red light district, or in the Val, and on the Ouderzijds Voorburgwal, there was this big, like this massive fireworks show from the Bulldog. Yeah. It lasted like 30 minutes. It was like the finale, and my friends and I, we were there, we were screaming, but at a certain point we had to stop screaming because all the fireworks started like landing in our throats, and I was coughing, and I ran up and I grabbed a bunch of guys that I don't know, and I started jumping, and I'm thankful for this. But there have been A-sharps, and there have been times where I've been lost and I've messed up. And I haven't known where to go. So I write these stories, and different things come out. And there's this one song that I want to share with some of y'all know it. I work with words. I'm more of a storyteller, so I'm gonna need your help in singing. Hopefully we can do this together. We can end the night on a good note. And it's about these times of gratitude and also weakness. I remember I had a lot of projects that failed. I had my first burnout. My family was sick, and I remember I was lying on the floor crying, and this Canadian guy, Nick Kelm, he came, and he was like the big spoon. And he just grabbed me when I was crying on the floor, and he just cried with me. And I had never known someone to do that for me. And I relate to Kashinda, you know? I love Kintsugi. I love that idea. Because if something breaks more, it actually, if it's redeemed, then it's even more valuable the more it's broken, because that means more gold is added. And so I just look back on this time, and it's been that, and I have this song, and it's about wanting to connect and having that connection, and it's called One Day. Because often we talk about, oh, maybe one day I'll get that thing, or I'll get there, or that person. And often it's right in front of us. It's right under our nose. And I just wish I could open my eyes more to that and look to my neighbor, look to my brother, my sister, my friend, and say, you're that one day for me. So it has our friend E major in it. That's why I picked it. So this is the chorus. You can sing with me. One day you're mine. One day. One day you're mine. One day. Simple. Hey. One day you're mine. One day. One day you're mine. Yeah, okay, we got it. Time is short and we're all too vexed. Let's just laugh and forget about the rest. Maybe God isn't too far-fetched. Lock our eyes and cash my bets. Time is short and we're all too vexed. Let's just laugh and forget about the rest. Maybe God isn't too far-fetched. Lock our eyes. Here we go. One day you're mine. One day. Louder. One day you're mine. One day. One time. Hey. One day you're mine. One day. One day. One day. Used to wish when I saw a shooting star. Now I grab your hand and I think of where we are. Maybe love isn't really that far. Use your lips as my getaway car. Used to wish when I saw a shooting star. Now I grab your hand and I think of where we are. Maybe love isn't really that far. Use your lips as, here we go. One day you're mine. One day. One day you're mine. Turn to someone. Sing it to them. One day. One day. One day. Give me some blues. Here we go, blues. Last time, here we go. One day you're mine. One day. One day you're mine. One day. Last time, here we go. One day you're mine. One day. One day you're mine. One day.
Are you all happy that you stayed? Yes. Thank you so much. You have been an amazing audience. Thank you so much. The night is coming to an end with the telling of stories.